Good morning. Let's get right to it. This isn't a forecast or some prediction about the future. This is an urgent intelligence briefing about a market that has already fundamentally changed. What we're about to cover needs your full attention, because the era of Googling as we knew it, it's over.
This number right here, this is the new reality. For the first time in a quarter of a century, Google's market share has officially fallen below 70%. Now, I want to be crystal clear. This is not some cyclical dip. It's not a temporary slump. This is the single biggest signal of a permanent structural disruption in search, a massive shift. So what's actually going on here? Let's dive in.
Okay, to really grasp the gravity of the situation, we're going to move through 4 critical areas. First, we'll establish exactly how the market has shifted. Second, we're going to look at the user, the person who is driving this whole thing. Third, we'll define the new competitive landscape. And finally, we will outline our strategic imperative. All right, let's start with the market itself. What we're seeing is not just a new trend. It's a foundational disruption. The ground beneath our feet has literally moved. I want you to remember this date, February 23rd, 2026. This is the day that will be written about in business history books. It's the day the data finally confirmed what we were all seeing in user behavior. It's the moment the age of legacy search officially ended. And this slide, this really gets to the heart of it. We're not just talking about a new competitor playing by the old rules. No way. The game itself has changed. It's a fundamental, permanent shift in what users do and what technology can deliver. And it's made the old model completely obsolete. So what's the engine powering this whole disruption? It's the user. The expectations of the person on the other side of that screen have completely, and I mean irreversibly, changed. You know, the model that built a trillion-dollar industry, that whole ritual of typing something in and scrolling through 10 blue links. Well, today users see that as work. It's inefficient. The new demand, the thing that's non-negotiable now, is for instant, direct, and completely ad-free answers. And look, this isn't just my interpretation. This is the direct voice of the user. This one quote explains the entire market exodus. People now see scrolling as work they expect the AI to do for them. It's that simple. So these new expectations really just boil down to 3 key things. 1, they want instantaneous results. 2, they expect real-time information, not some page that was indexed weeks ago. And 3, and this is absolutely critical, they are actively choosing a completely ad-free experience. These are the new table stakes. Which brings us right to our third point, the new competitive landscape. To meet these new user demands, you need a totally different playbook, one that's built on massive scale, incredible speed, and a strategy for instant dominance. And here it is. The new market leader is SearchGPT. It's OpenAI's live web search feature, and it synthesizes information in real time. But their strategic masterstroke? Getting the default search engine spot on every single new Apple device. And this number just shows you the insane impact of that deal. 2 billion. That single move gave SearchGPT an immediate native install base of over 2 billion iPhones. This wasn't some gradual adoption curve. It was an overnight transfer of the most valuable user base on the planet. This chart right here visualizes that transfer of power perfectly. You see Google's market share dropping below that critical 70% line, and look at AI search. It isn't just taking a little sliver, it's capturing the entire high-value segment of the market that just left. So why are all those users staying? It's a generational leap in performance, that's why. SearchGPT is 5 times faster. It generates what we call 4K results. These aren't just links, they're crystal clear, synthesized answers pulled from all over the web, and it does it in milliseconds. For a user trying to go back to the old way, it just feels broken now. All of this data, this entire market shift, it all leads to one single, unavoidable conclusion, and this defines our strategic imperative. In this new reality, inaction is not an option. In fact, it's the single greatest risk we face. Now, of course, Google is fighting back with Gemini Ultra 3, but the data is clear. It hasn't stopped the bleeding. Users are still leaving because Gemini, as powerful as it is still tied to the old ad-based model. It can't match that core value proposition people are flocking to, that truly instant, truly ad-free experience. And before we wrap up, it's important to note that the real-time intelligence for this briefing is provided by CollabGenerate. They're the ones tracking all these developments as they happen. And so, I'll leave you with this. The market of the last 25 years is gone. A new one is already here. The question on the screen isn't hypothetical. It is the only strategic question that matters right now. Which future are we building for?